back to Jim Jam.
So Trump's on a whirlwind Mideast tour, right?
Okay.
And he gave this speech.
Let me look.
And our friend Arnaud Bertrand, who also often gives good insight into what's happening in the world, he says that I rarely praise Trump, but this is a genuinely incredible speech. Okay, but do you condemn Hamas? That's my question. So here's the speech.
The transformations have been unbelievably remarkable. Before our eyes, a new generation of leaders is transcending the ancient conflicts of tired divisions of the past and forging a future where the Middle East is defined by commerce, not chaos, where it exports technology, not terrorism, and where people of different nations, religions, and creeds are building cities together, not bombing each other out of existence. We don't want that.
Peace. He wants peace. I'm pretty sure that guy right there. I'm pretty sure that guy right there is the guy who had that Washington Reporter chopped up into little pieces.
Yeah, that's MSB.
Yeah.
MBS. MSB.
Yeah.
Now that guy, I was told by someone was he worked for Turkey. He was intel. And I'm not sure about this, but I think his dad is Adnan Khashoggi, isn't he? The arms dealer?
Oh,
so there's something shady about that guy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what, but that's what I've been told.
And it's crucial for the wider world to note this great transformation has not come from Western interventionists or flying people in beautiful planes giving you lectures on how to live and how to govern your own affairs. No. The gleaming marvels of Riyadh and Abu Dhabi were not created by the so-called nation builders, neocons, or liberal nonprofits like those who spent trillions and trillions of dollars failing to develop Kabul, Baghdad, so many other cities. Instead, the birth of a modern Middle East is...
Did he say Kabul? Isn't it Kabul?
Yeah, Kabul.
It's Kabul. He said Kabul. Anyway.
Been brought by the people of the region themselves, the people that are right here, the people that have lived here all their lives, developing your own sovereign countries, pursuing your own unique visions and charting your own destinies in your own way. It's really incredible what you've done. In the end, the so-called nation builders wrecked far more nations than they built, and interventionists were intervening in complex societies that they did not even understand themselves. They told you how to do it, but they had no idea how to do it themselves. Peace, prosperity, and progress ultimately came not from a radical rejection of your heritage, but rather from embracing your national traditions and embracing that same heritage that you love so dearly.
But do you condemn Hamas? Seriously. So here's what Arnaud, is that how you pronounce it? Arnaud Bertrand said. He said, I've been arguing for close to a decade that the single biggest reason for the growing divide between the West and the rest was the West's inability to accept diversity, the genuine kind, not fake ersatz of it sold to you under liberalism. Diversity of cultures, traditions, civilizations, governance systems, etc. Incredible and kind of disturbing that Trump is the first Western leader who seems to understand this and to criticize the West's missionary zeal to remake others in its image. Remember I think it was Sam Harris who said, you know what, let's make Iraq look like Nebraska. Wouldn't that be good? Remember he said something like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's full of great. He's always been great.
He's always been great. So, and yes, absolutely. Trump seems to reject the notion that universal values like human rights or democratic governance should be shared across civilizations. But I happen to completely agree with this myself.
Yeah, well, we don't want a one world. This is about the New World Order. Trump is repudiating the New World Order. That's all that this means.
Yes.
It is disturbing that because I love that what he said. But it's disturbing to me, a thing that's so obviously true. This is a big deal that it was said, you know? It should have been said a long time ago when they started this crap. So, I mean, I guess you got to be happy for the little things. I don't know.
So Arno says the rejection is what I consider true diversity. Each civilization has a right to different models, cultures, and values. I'm perfectly comfortable with the fact that China, Saudi Arabia, and France have fundamentally different understandings of human rights, each making sense within their own historical and cultural contexts. By the way, what is the phrase basic human rights? I've always had a problem with that. Basic human rights? Is that like at a car sale? Human rights come with manual steering. Unless you're wealthy, then you get power steering.
Yeah, I like advanced human rights.
Advanced. While I believe some basic principles may be universal, like mass killings are bad, universalism as an ideology has historically done far more harm than good. Like, you know how they get upset at remember when they wanted to do the war with Iran? The CIA would make a protest. They would foment a protest, instigate one in Iran about a woman taking her hijab off, right? And
yeah,
then
she's got a mask on, though.
Yeah, and I know. And so, hey, that's their culture, right? You know, I grew up Catholic. The nuns also wear what they call a headdress. They call it a habit, I think. So universalism as an idea has done far more harm. Universalism functions as a form of absolutism, as in only those values are rightful. And as we all know from Star Wars, only a Sith deals in absolutes. Or put it another way, the most destructive episodes in modern history began with the certainty that one civilization's truths should become everyone else's reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I never watched Star Wars, so I don't know what a Sith is, but
I remember hearing them say that the Western civilization is superior.
Yes, that's the whole Sam Harris, Bill Maher thing.
Yeah, and all the things that they don't like about Western civilization came from Western civilization.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't come from the Arabs.
All in all, whilst Trump can be, I like that when someone uses whilst. All in all, whilst Trump can be criticized for many things, and I do so myself all the time, his recognition with this speech that different civilization models can coexist without one imposing itself on others is actually a profound and immensely necessary step towards genuine peace, regardless of who articulates it. I'm with you on that, Arnaud Bertrand. I'm 100%. And again, Trump, like all politicians, has many flaws and you can criticize him all day long. But he's doing things that other politicians have not done. By the way, he's pushing peace instead of war. And he seems to be, in most instances, he's pushing peace instead of war, right? In most instances. Ukraine, Pakistan, India. He just made peace with the Yemen. Syria, he tried to pull the troops out, and the generals undermined him.
What? Check it out.
Check it out. I didn't even say anything.
I know.
I said Syria, and then my iPhone thought I said Siri. Perhaps a consequence of the failed campaign against the Houthis. That's what Senecat says. This is perhaps a consequence of the failed campaign against the Houthis. Come to think of it, the fact that they even tried that campaign tells us that a month ago, he didn't think like this. Arno says, true.
Well, before that he did, because he talked like that, then went back on it.
Yeah, he did think like that, and then he went back on it, and now he's going back to his original position.
Hey,
but
I want to believe he's sick of Israel. I'd like to believe it.
I'd like to believe
See what
it.
happens.
We'll see what happens. Hey, remember when Barack Obama said you shouldn't? So it looks like Trump's over there doing, so according to Arnaud, Trump's over there doing PC stuff that we should have done a long time ago to help countries get to. Remember what Barack Obama said? Why you should not vote for Trump?
If you are a service member and you're somewhat conservative and you're used to voting Republican, I can understand it, but somebody who genuinely does not believe in duty and honor and does not understand why anybody would sacrifice themselves on behalf of their country, why would you do that?
Well, because it sounds like Trump has always been less of an interventionist than all the other warmongering neocon presidents. Maybe that's why, if you're a service member, you would vote for Trump, because he seems to, remember, he tried to pull them out of Syria. Remember that? He said he'd want to end the war in Ukraine, which he's trying to do. He just, according to him, negotiated a peace deal with India, Pakistan, and avoided a nuclear confrontation. He's now trying, the Abraham Accords, trying to bring peace between in the Middle East. That's why. That would be
Obama's it's pretty vile what Obama just said, because what he's going is Trump doesn't understand human sacrifice.
Yeah, that's right. So here he says, well, now here it comes.
If you're a Muslim, American, and you're upset about what's happening in the Middle East, why would you put your...
Well, if you're a Muslim American and you're upset, why would you vote for Barack Obama, who drone bombed innocent Muslims all over the globe with a 90% innocent kill rate? 90% of the people he killed with the drone bombs were innocent. He killed an American citizen with the drone bomb.
Almost no one I say that to really cares. They blank it out. Joe Rogan is the last guy I told it to who repeats it. Everybody else is like, oh, yeah, it's bad. I've already moved on, though.
From what?
From the killing 90% innocent civilians.
Oh, yeah, with the drone. Yeah.
We're already on to the next war.
So if you're a Muslim American and you're upset about, Barack Obama fomenting a dirty war in Syria to overthrow Assad, you mean like that? You mean if you're a Muslim American and you're upset that Barack Obama bombed the shit out of Libya, turned it from the most successful country in Africa to a failed state? He poisoned their water with depleted uranium-tipped bombs. And now there's slave markets there. You mean like you'd vote? So this is that guy telling you shouldn't vote for someone else if you're a Muslim American? Isn't that amazing?
Well, he's saying it Muslim to Muslim as a guy who's not from America.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna let you know when Trump is doing bad. His H-1B visa stuff is just destroying all the savings from Doge and giving it directly to the warmongers with his increased Pentagon budget. I'm gonna let you know. But when he's doing something good, and Arnaud Bertrand is on, I'm on his side too.
Feels like you should keep track of which ones are the good things and which are the bad things. That seems like just basic. This is a very basic thing that everybody would do that shouldn't be unique at all.
Yeah, I'm not on Team Trump. I'm on Team America. And if he's
racist.
What's that?
Well, that's racist.
I know. Okay, over to Steph.
Okie dokie, here we go. All right, where did we leave off? With a fistful of steel, Nina Kant says. No one is allowed to be ashy at a Diddy freak-off party, FSO. The prosecutor, Maureen Comey, is the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey. She's there to make sure the real crime doesn't come out. Oh,
that's exactly what I think.
Yep, miss me with it. Thank you. All right, Savage. Thank you, Savage. Old Nosy. Kurt, have you seen the Greenbaum tapes? I think you may have mentioned it before, but I just watched the professor's speech and my mind was blown.
Wait, the Greenbaum tapes? What's that?
I don't know. Greenbaum, B-A-U-M. Greenbaum tapes. I don't know.
Like the fake name Mengele used when they brought him to America, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they call him Green or Greenbaum. Mengele was here for a while. America brought him over on purpose to learn what he learned from his many experiments.
Oh, yeah. We defended many Nazis at the Nuremberg trials. The dullest.
We got all the best ones. Russia didn't get as many good ones as we got.
Old Nosy, our country is descending into Soviet Union mock trials. James Turner recommends journalist John Ziegler would be an amazing guest. Thank you for that.
I know Zig Ziglar.
A different Ziegler.
You imagine your last name is Ziegler and